Alright everybody, we're back at it. This is going to be another Stormgate cast. And this one, submitted by my good friend, FrankSriracha in the Red Infernal. And his opponent, playing in the blue, also Infernal. This is Ayala. Ayala. And we're out here on Isle of Dread. Infernal vs Infernal, one of my favorite matchups. And they're having a little chat about other games. And I think I might have that Japa game that Frank told me about, and maybe I'll cast it after this one. Looks like natural mushroom shrine for Frank. He's got his chicken and his chalk bear. Rocking the chalk. Supporting the Children's Hospital of Orange County. What a good guy Frank is. That's what I can say. Frank is a good guy. He helped me run a tournament, and it was the best tournament I've ever run. Also, the only tournament I've ever run, and we might be running another one. Spoilers. Coming up soon. There might be an announcement coming out about that. But not quite yet, because I am waiting a little bit to see if we're going to get some patch news. Patch news. We're all hoping for a little bit of a patch. Last major patch was in February. It's now April. We'd like to see that 0.4. There is some expectation that patch 0.4 is going to be campaign focused. That's what we've been told. And while I am a big 1v1 guy and I love to cast these games and play the latter a bit myself, campaign is a lot of fun. I've loved all the Blizzard campaigns that I've had to play in the past, and I would love to get into more missions of the Stormgate campaign, especially if they're brushing up some of those first missions they made, which were pretty good, but could use some polish. I've definitely played the drill mission many times. If you've played the campaign, the drill mission is one of your classic defend until X time, and those are some of my favorite missions, campaign missions to play, is when you just have to fend off wave after wave. I don't even know what these guys are talking about. But Frank is... this is not Frank, sorry. This is Ayala. I've been focused on Ayala over here. What's Frank been up to? Frank's got 3 base going down, 2. Also with the mushroom over here. Mushroom shrines have become the standard. We got some upgrade buildings going down for Frank. No one on Therium up here, but that's because he's got his fast Therium miners down here. The space not up yet. Another vault, another vault. Lots of vault tech. And it's just an army for Ayala up front. Also upgrade buildings going down. Plague Axe is almost done, looks like. Whereas Ritual Chamber still not finished for Frank. And Frank is at least out on the map trying to take some camps, whereas Ayala's just building units. And he could definitely go take that speed camp for an advantage there. And remember, if you are, you know, a lot of the games I cast are at higher level. Frank's more around my level. So if you're at the lower level, remember that you just need to attack move those guys and then go back to macroing. You know, you might want to micro your units, but when you have this many units, you can take that camp out without micro, and you get that advantage without too much, you know, distraction from whatever it was you're doing. Now, Frank ran those fiends by. They didn't look like they got much. They got some damage on that Shroud Stone, which could be good later on. Frank did not... He came and looked at this camp and didn't take it out. I think his idea was maybe to harass... Maybe to harass Ayala when Ayala takes the camp, but Ayala again still hasn't taken this camp here. I wonder if Ayala is a bit new to Stormgate and doesn't realize that the camps are, you know, pretty valuable to be taken. Or it might just be part of Ayala's style not to take the camps. Of course, in the meta, that's not considered strong. Another base going down for Frank. Oh, and he's also got his double Therium base about to go down. We don't have that going down for Ayala here. And, wow, okay, Meg out. Ayala's just going to sort of build that army. And we do see that Ayala has a little bit of an army or supply lead right now. Whereas Frank actually is sitting on quite a bit of Luminite. I wonder if that's just a mismatch in his miners a bit. Needs a few more miners on Therium so he can pump out whatever it is he's hoping to pump. This Therium base is still untouched. And still only 4 over here. It says 4, it's actually 6. You gotta click on the building or else it won't tell you. Demon Hoof Tremor's coming down for Frank, and he's moving to a defensive position over here, and Ayala's still chilling here. Third Magmadon added. Okay, so I see movement. Maybe they're just repositioning here. But no, Ayala looks like he's gonna start doing something. Now again, if you even are a little passive like this and you're going to move out, it's a good idea to go grab your health camp first, especially as an Infernal. You have no actual healing. I mean, I guess that's not exactly true. We have the white health regen. The Shroud skin on Shroud, you get a little automatic healing for all your units, which I guess, when you take it into account, is a little bit better than some of the healing that the other factions have. But we have nothing that will bring back anything of our real hit points. I say we because I am an Infernal player as well. Frank got a nice little defensive matrix up here. That's going to be hard to push into with the double farm and the Shroud Stone there. This base up too. So Frank definitely got the eco going. But he needs to translate that into more supply here. And he's doing alright. He's pumping some units out. Oh, we got a couple spires going down in the back. Does he already have a spire up, or are those the first 2? And Frank's got Weaver, Hellborn added in here. Trample, trample, trample. Let's go get on top of those slimes. Get our health camp. This is health camp number 2, or rank 2. Which means those slimes a little bit tougher, but this army certainly can mow through it. Also means faster regen, which is another reason why it's valuable for you to go to your camps even early, because when you take it the second time, then it's going to regen you faster, third time even faster, so that in the late game you have that really good regen, whereas at this point Ayala hasn't taken even the first camp, so even if he does take it, we'll only have that first level of regen. But Ayala has been the macro here, even without taking camps, has produced a really nice sizable army here, about 20 up on Frank now. Frank again sending some fiends to run by here. Get a couple kicks on this Shroud Stone, but that's it. We have a base going down at this double Therium over here, and we already have some imps transferring. And like I said, pretty nasty army looking here for Ayala. Up 20 supply. And Frank's at least on top of the eco here. Frank knows this game. If you've been a few minutes and you haven't put down a base, put down a base. Just keep putting down bases. He's almost taken this whole side of the map. He needs to take this base now too. And he's moving to take out this Therium, maybe. No, he's not. He's going for a secret attack on here because his Fiend came and scouted this out earlier. And look how far out of position Ayala is here. This base is going to be a free base. And good positioning before he attacked so that he didn't... The imps couldn't run away. And that base just gone. And Ayala, I think, is saying, alright, I'm out of position, then I'm coming to your base. And there's no scouts out here, so this is going to be the first time that Frank sees this is right now. A couple megs pop out. Huge trample on all those gaunts. That's incredible. Now big tramples come out from Ayala as well. But yeah, this base looking kind of dangerous as more megs show up here. They are megs on megs, and that is actually kind of not what you want to do. You don't want your megs to just push into a bunch of other megs because then they get surrounded. The megs are better on the gaunts or on the Hellborn. Weavers show up now. Frank's army, unfortunately, is fighting as a trickle. They're trickling in. Now we get some huge stomps into the back on those Hellborn, but once again, they're kind of surrounded, and all the megs are getting taken out. Luckily for Frank, most of the megs for Ayala are taken out, but there's still like a good 10 Hellborn here. More megs showing up for Frank. This is important. He's pulling back though. The Hellborn doing serious damage in the back there. Do they got that? They do not have their Molten Touch yet. Magmadon's almost all down, but the mags of Ayala also very low. One more volley and that's down. There's two Hellborn in the back here. They need to retreat, yes. Want to preserve themselves. One goes down. And Frank pumping out brutes with his extra Luminite here, which is partly what he needs. The brutes, of course, turning into fiends, and the fiends with enough DPS to maybe get some damage done on these Hellborn. One Hellborn in the back there for Frank, still managing to put DPS down. Ayala's Hellborn numbers have reduced down to 5. And here comes Papa Dragon for Frank. Breathing the Infest down. And sniping Gaunt, sniping Hellborn. Inhaling the Venom to restock on the white health, the Shroud Skin there. And... another mags coming in. The mag plus the dragon could be really devastating on top of these gaunts. Let's see some tramples go down. Come on, Frank. Give me those nasty tramples. Frank, baby. Give me the tramples. No tramples. Just auto attacking mags was enough to clean up those gaunts. And the dragon and the mags are the heroes here. Frank able to hold off here. This has been a long battle here. And brutes trailing in, more gaunts coming in for Ayala, hoping to get on top of that dragon, but it inhales its venom again and gets more white health, floating over top of the shroud to keep regenerating 6% health per second, which is crazy. Another Hellborn out. Magmadons wishing they remember they could trample. There we go. There we go. Still some blue units of Ayala here in the base trying to retreat now. But holy moly, they go down. And Frank somehow clutch hold here. And now the supplies have flopped. Ayala lost his army into that meat grinder. And now a ton of fiends produced from that dragon, plus the dragon, are coming down. Ayala wants to meet this force out, but I don't know if this is a good idea because there's a ton of fiends here. Venom gets breathed down by the dragon, and that just means that whole Gaunt force turns into more fiends. And are you going to bust the back door? Frank's like, I don't want to walk around. I'm just going to mow the trees down. And here we go. Fiends in on top of the imps. A bunch of Gaunts show up. We have a Manifest Shroud Stone. It's going to go down very quickly. Huge trample. Get a ton of gaunts. Look at the Fiend Snowball, and that's GG from Ayala in this game.